Just a quick review of today's trading day and actually what happened over the weekend. Really interesting when I saw this pop over into Sunday afternoon here on the West Coast, and I immediately thought, well, that's a little bit strange because over on the specification of the instrument, it says that there's a 3-day swap on Wednesday. However, what I did not predict or did not take into account is that on the 14th of December, there was a futures rollover. And this futures rollover, essentially, we jumped. We jumped from where we closed on Friday and where we opened on Sunday. On my take profit around here, so instead of pocketing 300, I actually had a huge swap of minus 273 and the market continued higher. But so that's the lesson learned there. The next lesson learned is that my probabilities showed that one of two things was going to happen today. All right, so there was today, there it is, a 22% chance of the 30-minute time frame of the market open that it will go up or it'll end higher, and a 67% chance that the day itself will go higher. Now, one of those did actually happen. So it closed here, and obviously it opened here, and now we're closing at the highs. However, I was so fixated on the fact that this probability is so low that the 30-minute of the market open will close higher. It actually did close higher. And what I ended up doing throughout the trading session, forgive me, but I don't have the recording because it turns out that my screen wasn't being recorded when I was recording for over the weekend and also this morning. But I do want to go through this review because I need to keep myself accountable no matter what, whether it's positive or negative. I have to always keep myself accountable. So here's what happened. So the market opened and immediately the market jumped up. I had sold short here and then sold short here. And then when price came down, I actually closed some of these shorts just in case because I didn't want to be over leveraged. And price came down to here. I totally ignored the possibility that price might trend higher today. And what I did instead is I applied my stops, and then I got stopped out, and then I applied my trades and I got stopped out. I put some closer stops. Then finally, when price went up to here in the middle of the open session here, about 10 minutes in, I would say, maybe 15, about 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes in, price came down, and I thought for sure that if it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower from here. So I put the stops here. Price did retrace, took the stops, and basically price continued to go and trend higher and higher and higher. And now, well, when I looked at the possibility for this 22% chance of a high on the market open, I thought, well, if we're already here, right around here somewhere, then I might as well sell because I have a pretty high degree chance that probability that market will end up lower. So I ended up once again shorting the market only to be stopped out. And it was at this point that I basically walked away. Now, two problems is that I definitely over leveraged. I definitely started to take extra trades that I don't know why that is. Maybe because I was right from the morning, I think I was kind of trigger happy, where I put my short pending order here and another one around here. But when the market was hesitating, I thought, what the heck? So then I pushed the sell button right away in the morning, and then only for it to go through, and then actually I had twice as many trades, and then it went through and I had again even more trades. And so when it came down, I got rid of these ones, and then I was like, oh, that's fine. But I think at that point, I started to basically already behave in this manner where like, oh, I think it's going down because the probability said so. So I'm like, I don't know, blunt. I think my brain was such a blunt instrument that I just basically even had no, I guess, what's the word here? I had no imagination that it could be the other way, right? Especially where most Mondays, according to the probabilities, let's have a look here. Is this a good one here? Or is it this one? Pattern statistics. So the full day is up, and on the full day is up. And most days on 30 minutes, there's a probability that it'll be up. Actually, wouldn't say most days because this one's also down. So the 30-minute session is kind of mixed. But for the most part, the day is the probability of the Monday being up is higher, and it's about a 50-50 during the session. Really where I'm trying to get to with this is like this. If it goes up and I'm selling short, it's fine. But once it comes down, I really need to prepare myself in case market goes higher. So I'd be getting in right around the market open. So somewhere around here. So it kind of did this and then it bounced up and I should be ready for it to revisit here. So I'd probably be long here and I'd be short here, and there would be a little spread of about $10-15, and then just let either side ride. Just keep it even, let either side ride, and from here, perfect 80 points, which is kind of one of my, basically would have closed all of the buys in positive, but it would probably stop out the shorts right where they were supposed to be stopped out at. And then it settles itself. And that's the type of scenario that I should be looking at. Now, I will be checking tomorrow because tomorrow's probabilities, where today was dependent on a down uptrend 2 days before today, tomorrow will be an up. So the first 30 minutes will have a 43% chance, but the full up day will have a 57% chance. So not really a high probability either way, but there are quite a few samples in that regard. So the first 30 minutes of only 43%, which is much higher actually than today's. I'll have to take that into account. It's not really 60% or 65%. I like it to be more than 65%. So I might not even trade it. I would like to instead concentrate on why this particular probability being so good didn't really work out today. Now, the answer might be as simple as, well, sometimes things just happen and so be it. So that would be the one kind of takeaway from that. But instead of just leaving it there, it makes me think whether this futures rollover had anything to do with it. So we had the futures rollover over the weekend. And we also had the fact that price is at an all-time high. So it's basically open at an all-time high. And we're also in December. We're in the middle of December and markets are about to close. So are these three things that I just mentioned also influential on where the price is going to go? And perhaps they're not really, how do I say, regular conditions, right? So under that pretext, I would say I'd have to take that into consideration, those three things. And that is where I'm at in my trading journey. Remember, guys, trade with a demo until you're happy with your results and then go from there, because you don't want to take these kind of losses in your real account. I've been trying to figure out a best trading strategy for the whole year. I feel like I'm getting closer, but I still got a lot to learn and I still have to play it with caution. I don't think that I'm quite ready to proceed with real money at the moment on a trading basis. So every time I see kind of a move like this, especially at the market highs and all these different conditions, and it makes me think about things and how I can improve. I have to take these things into consideration. And one of the most important things, no matter what I say here, is that my tendency to go into up my trade volume, the more wrong I am on the session, is actually impeding my success. I think it really is. So I really need to scale that down, because let's say tomorrow I will trade. I'm actually not sure if I will, because again, these probabilities for Tuesday after an up day, they're just not such an outlier. If it was more like if today was a down day, then I would probably say, hey, this would be interesting. We're in the almost the 80 percentile of probabilities of something skewing to one side happening. Well, it doesn't really appear, so I might just take the day off, but it is worth considering that my behavior still is impeding my progress, and also I have to take into consideration these outlier moves that don't reflect these results that are pretty highly probable that the first 30 minutes would not be higher than the open, and they ended up being higher. No matter what, there are no certainties, there are only probabilities, and today it went against the probabilities. But that is what I wanted to address today in my post-trade analysis. That's definitely that I'm going to take under consideration, and I will continue to position myself and improve myself in that direction. Thank you for watching.